Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports Today. I'm Maureen Russell-Hodson, and joining me today is our Community Relations Officer, John Davis. Hi, John. Nice to see you.
Good to see you again.
We have a lot of events and activities and information to share with you today, so we're going to jump right to it. And I think the first thing we want to talk about is a neat program that you all did maybe a couple of years ago called Coffee with a Cop.
Yes, back in 2013, we actually piggybacked off of an idea that came out of Hawthorne, California. Sergeant out there was looking for a community program where they didn't have to put a whole lot into it, but it was a chance for the community to come in and interact with the police. He came up with Coffee with a Cop. Captain Casey and Chief Robertson saw this in I think it was in a Chiefs of Police magazine, and they liked the idea, so we brought it here to Centerville. It's just a really easy, informal way. If you have questions, concerns, if you have something you want to bring to the police department, you can come in. There's no agenda. Have a cup of coffee with us, sit and talk to us about whatever. Like I said, we don't put any kind of agenda out there. There's nothing on the slate for us to talk about.
But it makes you, I mean, and I know our police especially are very approachable, but this is just another way that people can kind of sit in a relaxed setting, as you said. And
absolutely. It's just an easy, come in and have a cup of coffee and talk to us about whatever it is you feel is important to your community. We try to move it into different areas of the city each time, so we've had it in the north end of the city, central and south. This next one will be this coming Friday, April 3rd, at the Yankee Trace golf course, and we're going to have it in the Academy Lounge. We'll be there from 9 to 11 a.m. and come in.
You can just come in at any time and ask a question or just listen to some of the other questions folks have.
It's just that simple, yes.
All right, and no reservations needed?
No
registration, just come on in. And what kinds of things do people typically ask, or what are they interested in?
We've had a whole range of questions. Sometimes they might hear of a couple of crimes that might have occurred in their neighborhood, and they want to know, hey, what's the real story with it? Because it's the old rule of three. By the time it comes back around, it's nothing like what it really was. So we try to make sure we allay all those myths and rumors as to what's really going on in the neighborhoods. But it could be, I recruited several people for our Citizens Police Academy out of this. They come in and we talk to them about it. But I think a lot of times people don't realize all the services that we do provide. So a lot of times when we're answering these questions, if someone has a concern about a burglary that might have occurred in their neighborhood, I always bring up the fact that we offer residential security surveys, and they kind of look at me like, what are you talking about? And it's interesting to know that this is a free service that we provide that most people don't know about. So it's a great chance for us to kind of sit down and talk one-on-one with someone and explain to them the things that they can do to help themselves, what they can do to help us, and then what we're able to do for them. Because the media and entertainment industry has kind of skewed the public's, vision of what we do. And it's not like on TV, so we like to be able to sit down and talk with someone and talk to them about real world solutions as opposed to what you might see on TV.
Well, we hope you stop by. It again is on Friday, April 3rd from 9 until 11 at the golf club at Yankee Trace. And I was going to say a good way to come and talk to police officers too is our neighborhood meetings. I'll put a plug in for that.
There you go.
Which we go throughout Centerville every quarter to one location, but check the town crier or our website for information about that. And really for more information about all the services you offer, John, the website is a good place to go for that as well.
Oh, yes, the website's a great resource to find out the different things, not just from the police department, but the city in general, to talk about the services that we can provide. And certainly if anyone ever has any questions about what the police department may or may not be able to do and they can't find it on the website, my phone number's right there. Give me a call. I'd love to answer those questions. I'd rather you call me and let me give you the answer than to try to come up with one on your own, because it may not be, the right one.
And you all, and especially you with your position, are out and about in the community a lot. But one place where you can come and see our police officers is in your facility, and that's at the upcoming Kalaman blood drive.
Yes, April 27th. This is going to be 16. Is it 16?
I'm not sure. I was going to look and see if
I want to say
down somewhere.
I want to say it's 16 or 17.
Okay.
It'll be 17. I'm sorry, 17. Year 17 for the annual Kalaman blood drive. We hold it there in the police department in the training center. It's from 9 to 5. We do recommend that you make a reservation if you can through the community blood center. That way you're not waiting for a long time, because it is very well attended. It's become a really good event.
And a destination for so many people every year. They make sure that they make that blood drive.
Yes, I have countless people tell me that I can't give blood this month because I got to be eligible to give it to Kalaman. So it's something we're proud of, and it's a really good thing. It's turned into
Well, and remind viewers who John Kalaman was.
John Kalaman was a friend of mine. He was a Centerville police officer who was killed in the line of duty on January 12, 1998. He was struck and killed on 675 while he was investigating another accident. A second accident occurred. In that same accident, we lost firefighter Robert O'Toole. Chuck Arnold was injured as well.
Right.
From those tragedies, we were able to come out with some positive, and we've had the Kalaman Memorial Scholarship that comes out of the golf tournament, but also the Kalaman Memorial Blood Drive, which is held on his birthday each year as long as it's not on the weekend. So.
Yeah. Okay, and so again, you're encouraged to make an appointment, but walk-ins are welcomed.
Yes, you are more than welcome to walk in, but you might wait a little bit, but it's well worth it.
Yeah, and I would say too that Kalaman Scholarship, for those of you who have students getting ready to graduate, check out the Kalaman Scholarships, because those are, it's been a great program as well.
It's becoming one of the better scholarships in the area when you talk about a 3-year renewable, and so it's really become one that someone should look to.
Okay. Moving ahead to another event, and something that I don't know what year number this is for the bicycle rodeo, but here's another event that just keeps growing and maintains its popularity.
Yeah, the bike rodeo, you know, I have to say this is actually the Noon Optimist bike rodeo, and I couldn't tell you how far back that goes, but we partnered with them probably 20 plus years ago, and it used to be in the Klein Elementary parking lot. And from there it grew, and when we had the new police facility,
yep,
we were able to have it in the front parking lot there, and it continues to grow. And now we've partnered with Miami Valley Hospital South, which is a great partnership, and we have it up there on their campus on the top floor of the parking garage, and that's really been a good thing. So you know, we keep growing it a little more and a little more, but the timing of it is good with spring coming and kids out.
It is spring. Let's keep saying that.
Yeah, I guess it is technically spring. It's not coming. It's here. We just don't realize it yet.
Not yet, but we're looking forward to some warm temps. But a great time to get out and ride your bike.
But it is a great time to get out and ride your bike. It's a great chance for the kids to come out and interact with the police officers. They get to go through some skills courses. We have bike helmet fittings, and also if their helmet doesn't fit or if it's damaged, we can give them a replacement helmet free of charge. We have volunteers that will inspect the bicycles to make sure the tires are inflated properly, that everything's working the way it should. There's a bike hike, what they call to Care Flight. So the Care Flight helicopter comes in and lands, and the kids are able to ride their bikes over and see the helicopter. There'll be balloon sculptors and face painters, and it's just a really good time for the kids. It's a good chance, you know, for the family to come out and spend an hour or two just having a good time. We have some snacks for the kids. McDonald's here in Centerville is gracious enough to they donate the apple slices that the kids get in their meals, and then every year Kroger's able to donate drinks for the kids to have. So we try to make it into a fun thing, and at the same time we're promoting that bicycle safety. They have to wear a helmet. Of course, in Centerville we have an ordinance, but we really push the idea that you're going to have a helmet that fits and that you're going to wear it properly.
Because kids' heads grow. I mean, just because you wore a helmet last year doesn't mean necessarily that it's going to fit properly this year. And
that's especially true with children, because they grow so fast.
Yeah.
You know, a helmet that's 2 or 3 years old needs to be replaced, because you're most likely, unless you're an adult, your head's done growing. The kids are going to grow out of them. The other thing that I always like to make sure I tell people is, if that helmet has ever, if your child has ever crashed and the helmet is damaged, throw that helmet away. It's no longer good. You need to get a new helmet. And if you can't do that, then give me a call.
After one accident or fall.
Yes, the integrity. It's the same with a car seat in a vehicle. Once that car seat's been involved in a crash, you need to get a new car seat. That's the same rule applies, because there's no way to know what the structural integrity of the helmet would be, or the car seat. So we always tell people to make sure that you're replacing those things.
And you should be wearing a bicycle helmet when you're on anything with wheels, right?
That would be my suggestion, yes. But based on the injuries that we're seeing from children, and those injuries are down because I think a lot more people are taking those, using the safety equipment. But if you stop and think about it, rollerblades, skateboard, any of these things, you're going down the pavement, 15, 20 miles per hour. It's not the speed that gets you, it's that sudden stop. And if you don't have something between you and whatever's stopping you, you're going to be injured. And sometimes it's fatal, if not, debilitating. There's so many stories out there that you hear where kids have hit their head and they've lost use of, part of their, body because of it, or even, unfortunately, sometimes that brain swelling causes, fatalities.
So if you don't have a bike helmet, you can still come to the bike rodeo, but you can get fitted for one there.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will not let you ride there until you have that helmet, but we will have helmets on hand, and we're more than happy to fit you with the right one and get you squared away.
Okay, and as you can see on the screen, it's at 9 o'clock on May 16th, and it's at Miami Valley Hospital South. Real quickly, I wanted you to talk about the CSI camps, because I know they're super popular, and I guess we're going to be thinking about summertime here soon, and you can register for that probably in the next couple of months, right?
Yes, we have not pushed that out to the schools
Yeah.
as of yet, but we will be here shortly. I know it has been in the town crier, so I have gotten some phone calls. It is a very popular program. We have 2 sessions this year. There'll be one on June 12th and another one on July 17th. We take up to 35 students per class. It's a one-day program where we bring them in, and our evidence technicians teach them the elementary phases of crime scene investigation, but they get to spend a day with us. Jets Pizza is kind enough to donate pizza, so we provide lunch free of charge. They'll get an event t-shirt to keep. So it's been a very popular program.
And so look for registration information forthcoming in the next couple weeks anyway, probably.
Yes,
after
all
spring break.
Those will be sent out to schools in Centerville, including Incarnation. And then also, if you have questions, you can always give me a call, and I can either email you an application or you can pick one up in the lobby of the police department.
Okay, and before we wrap up the program, I wanted to talk to you about, we mentioned it is spring. Yay, finally, the weather is going to be changing, temperatures are changing. We're going to be probably outside more, which leads, unfortunately, to maybe some crimes of opportunity for some folks.
Yes, this time of year, there's a tendency for people. You're obviously going to be out in your yard. You're going to be getting your yard ready, and you're going to have these tools that are out. You're going to have sheds open. We're asking people to make sure you're putting those things away. Don't be leaving your garage doors open at night. Certainly be locking sheds in your backyard, because it seems like about every other year we have a rash.
You have to actually lock the lock on the shed.
Yes, you do. And I would encourage people also to check those periodically, because oftentimes we'll have something occur and they'll give us a 3-week window as to when it might have happened. So it helps to maybe just kind of pay attention to that, pay a little more attention, and make sure you're locking those things, because it's not really it's just kind of a box there. If you're not putting a lock on it, it's not really a shed, I wouldn't call it.
Right.
But don't be leaving bicycles out in the yard. Don't be leaving your expensive lawn tools outside, because someone will come through and think, oh, well, I can get away with that.
And we know Centerville is a safe community, but sometimes when you leave something out like that, you're almost looking, or you're making it an opportunity for someone.
You're making
who may
an
not think about
opportunity,
it.
and so much of this is based on convenience and complacency. Yes, Centerville is a safe community, but we're not without crime, or we wouldn't have the police officers that we do on the street. That's not to say that it's crime-ridden and there's a criminal around every corner, but you need to take ownership of your own things and help us out, because we can't be everywhere all the time.
Yeah, so you want to take that extra 5 or 10 minutes, kind of scan your yard, make sure that everything is brought in, everything is locked up.
Now, in that same category there, if you see something unusual, we need you to give us a call.
Yeah.
If you see something, say something. Please don't rationalize it away. Let us come out and check it out. We'd much rather come out and it be nothing than to come out later and make neighbor contacts and find out that, well, I saw that white pickup truck, but I thought they were just having some work done. And that's very frustrating at times, because we might have been able to actually catch the person, or at least prevent them from continuing on.
And as you always say, let the police department decide. You make the call, tell them something's unusual happening, but you all can go out and check
You know
it
your
out.
neighborhood better than we will ever know it, and you know what's unusual. So that's why we need you to call us when that's occurring.
Okay, well, John, thanks so much for all the information. Again, it's Coffee with a Cop on Friday, April 3rd. The Kalaman Blood Drive is on Monday, April 27th. And for more information, you can call the City of Centerville at 433-7151. You can call the Police Department at 433-7661. You can always visit our website, which is centervilleohio.gov. We look forward to seeing you at Coffee with a Cop. Thanks so much for your time, John.
Thanks, Maureen.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.